So Putin, I contend, is a murderer. For instance, in 2011, 3 journalists were dead, including a newspaper editor shot 14 times as he left his office. In 2010, 2 were killed. These are journalists. In 2009, 5 more, including a young reporter caught in a hail of bullets. 4 were killed in 2008, 1 in 2007. 2006, a very famous reporter from Russia, for Russia, was killed. 2 were killed in 2005, 3 were killed in 2004 and 2003, respectively. 2002 was a wicked year. 8 journalists were murdered, and in 2001, another one. Putin's reign of power began in 2000. 6 reporters were killed. It's a lot of reporters. And it's more than that. Anybody who holds this man up, or any group that holds this man up as something to be revered or respected, is wrong. He is a brutal, murdering dictator. In April 2003, Sergei Yushchenkov, co-chairman of the Liberal Russian political party, was murdered at the entrance to his apartment. July 2003, these are noted Russians, human rights activists and party opposite types leading their challenging Putin. Yuri Sankonchikhin, an opposition journalist, member of the Russian Duma, contracted a mysterious illness. He complained of fatigue. He got red botches. Which began to appear on his skin. His internal organs began to collapse. He was poisoned. October 2003, Mikhail Trespashkin, a former KGB spy and the attorney for an investigative commission. He's arrested for illegal possession of a firearm which he claims was planted on his vehicle. Ends up dead. June 2004, Nikolai Garenko, prominent human rights defender, shot dead in his home. July 2004, Paul Klebletnikov, editor of the Russian edition Forbes magazine, is shot and killed in Moscow. September 2004, Viktor Yushchenko, remember him? Anti-Russian candidate for the presidency of the Ukraine. 60 Minutes did a big story on him. He was poisoned by dioxin. Remember how his skin became leathery and his face was disfigured? It was dioxin. September 2006, Andrei Kozlov, first deputy chairman of Russia's central bank. He strove to stamp out money laundering, basically that was going to party leaders and so forth, high-ranking Russians. He was shot and killed in Moscow. Anna Politkovskaya, author of countless books and articles about Putin, shot and killed in her home in Moscow. Alexander Levenko, this was famous too, KGB defector, as I recall he went to London, fatally poisoned by radioactive polonium obtained from Russian sources. January 2009, Russian human rights attorney Stanislav Markelov, shot in the back of the head with a silencer. I'm not getting to all of them, I'm just hitting some of them. July 2009, leading Russian human rights journalist and activist Natalia Etimirova was abducted in front of her home, shot and dumped in a roadside gutter. That's just some of it. Mr. KGB, Vladimir Putin. I don't want to hear any apologists for this man, any people who defend this man. He's a mobster. He's taken over his government. He's become filthy rich, not by anything he's actually done. He's stolen these monies from others. And I haven't begun the long list of prisoners, political prisoners, people who he disagrees with. Even that punk group, for instance, they throw in prison and so forth. It's a disaster. It's a disgrace. And this country may, in fact, be slipping back into, and is slipping back into some old nasty habits, in my view.